Welcome to Pucked Up Hockey Moms, where the arenas are freezing, the group chats are unhinged, and the parenting, well, let's just say we're doing our best. I'm Amanda, hockey mom, chaos wrangler, and proud captain of the Bad Mom Squad.
And I'm Brittany, mom of three, two who play hockey, expert at juggling carpools, cold coffee, and the occasional emotional breakdown in the arena parking lot.
We're here to spill the tea on what it really means to raise hockey kids, from politics in the stands to mental health, bad calls, and everything in between. No filters, no fluff, just the truth. With a side of sarcasm.
And yeah, we're laughing through the madness, because if we didn't, we'd be crying into a damp mitt left in the trunk since last season.
So if you've ever screamed, "Move your feet," while secretly Googling the rules mid-game, you're our people.
This is Pucked Up Hockey Moms.
Let's get into it. I'm your host, Amanda, and this week we have with us Brandi, a mom who's clearly done all of the things. Hockey mom, coach, manager, fundraising coordinator, and if that's not enough, she is a billet coordinator for a junior hockey team. Welcome, Brandi.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm happy you're here. So before we dive in, or how about we'll dive in, let's start with how your family got involved in hockey, and you can tell us a little bit about yourself along the way as well.
All right. So I've been a hockey lover since the day I was born. I was born 2 weeks before Christmas, and pretty much being a week old, my dad had me in the hockey rink. So I've always been around the hockey scene. My dad was a hockey player. My brother played hockey. And now it's my turn as a mom to have my kids play hockey. So it's kind of like a journey in our family. I have a 20-year-old who also played hockey until he was about 9 or 10 years old. And I have a almost 11-year-old who plays U12. He is my major sports go-getter. He's obsessed with everything hockey. And then I have my daughter who just turned 5, and she is coming up the ranks as well. She loves hockey. So this is pretty much, it's pretty much our life. From end of August till I'd say May, you'll find us at the rink.
Right?
Hockey is becoming an all year round sport almost, but
It kind of is. There's some form of like hockey, even if it's mini stick or in the backyard, that you can do year round. And
absolutely.
you're in Ontario for our listeners.
I
Um,
am.
That's awesome. What are some of the biggest joys and challenges of raising hockey players in Kingston?
Obviously, when you join a hockey team, the first year of hockey, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's like, we're going to all hang out on Saturdays and our kids are just going to play hockey and it's going to be fun and it's just regular house league. And then they get good and these people are like, "Oh, are you going to tryouts?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're going to go." And then everything starts from there. So it's pretty much you have your family and then you have your extended family that you guys are together 4 to 5 days out of the week. Most of the time, I find I see my extended hockey family more than my own family. And it's the relationships that you build in hockey that you're like, I couldn't see myself without these people. Knowing that my son's going to grow up playing with majority of these kids for the rest of his life and having those great families associated with them, like that's the joy that brings to me in the hockey community, because hockey families were like, we're behind each other every step of the way because we're all living each other's
Right?
dreams and nightmares.
Nobody understands it quite like someone
Yep.
else who's in it with you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said if your brother and your dad played, I'm sure they have friends and stuff from like their whole life of playing the sport. So you see what it brings to them too, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of an example, like my brother, his billet family are like still BFFs. They're 30 years old now, 30, 31, I think. Like
yeah,
my brother was in his billet brother's wedding, and like it's just one of those things. Like even a couple weeks ago, my dad said to me, "Oh, I'm going out for dinner with a couple old hockey friends that, I haven't seen in 15 years." Like it's just
yeah,
you just pick up, like it's like that that best girlfriend that you guys don't talk every single day, but you guys can just pick up and you know that, the friendship's still there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So tell us what inspired you to get into coaching?
So I absolutely love being a mentor. Not only all this stuff that I do, but I also have my own direct sales company where I'm helping mentor a bunch of women and helping them be successful in what they do. So, molding young minds, I'm like this would be something that I would enjoy. Plus they like keep you young and it's funny and it's always like a roller coaster of
Yeah.
emotions being on the bench. But I started coaching probably when I was 15. I started coaching soccer first because that's my home sport.
Mhm.
And from there, it just kind of picked up that I was coaching rep soccer. And then my son decided that he wanted to play hockey and soccer and all this kind of stuff. So started with my oldest and then my middle child. He decided, hey, mom, like, why don't you come on the bench for like, I don't know, it was like a 4-on-4 season. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he was the one that was really like, Mom, I really like when you're on the bench. It's fun. Um, yeah, so this year, just this past spring season, it was my first time full time on the bench. Trainer, assistant coach. I was on the defensive lines. I was had my own systems with the boys, and
Yeah.
it was really great. And to be honest, I don't think I'll ever not coach spring hockey because it's just a different vibe.
It's a very different vibe. I
Yeah.
do like spring hockey. I kinda like that there's almost like it's not that there's no rules, but the rules are just kinda different or like there's different expectations and the vibe is different. So,
We
yeah.
call it their time to be creative.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
there's things that you can do in spring hockey that you would never think ever to do
Yeah.
in regular fall season.
Yeah, you get the kids trying to Michigan way more in spring hockey. Whether they make it is another story, but there's a little bit of mishy-mishy going on.
Yeah. They get really creative with their play,
Yeah.
end to end. You're like,
Mhm.
if you did that in regular season, I'd lose my mind. But in spring, it's all for fun, right?
Yeah,
Just great times.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
so fun. What's your coaching philosophy and style, would you say?
I'm definitely like the rah-rah cheerleader for everybody.
Mhm.
I'm always like that positive voice on the bench. I tell the boys I expect 110% of your very best. Like that's something that we live by in my house. Like my
Yeah,
son's got like a sticker on his helmet that one of his hockey mentors kind of pushed into him. And now it's just something that I say to the boys like 110% of your very best. But I always try to keep it positive, but I always try to keep them focused. Like
yeah.
no, I don't wanna listen to what Johnny had for breakfast in the morning, like, let's just focus on the
Mhm.
game. Let's focus on the next play because when I open that door and you're not ready to go out, I'm literally dragging you out, like, "Get going."
I don't wanna drag your ass onto the ice. Let's
Yeah,
go.
no, get going, pay attention, eyes on
Yeah,
the game all the time.
yeah. I'm here for you. You need to be here for me. Let's go.
Yeah, but then they catch me sometimes, like, I'm so
Yeah.
hyper focused in, and, like, I'm, like, looking at Johnny skating up the ice, and then I'll get a tap on the thing, and I'm like, "Oh, like, let's go." Oops, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. What's the funniest or most memorable coaching moment you've had so far?
Gosh. Funny happens all the time because
Yeah,
I'm around a bunch of boys and every other word that comes out of their mouth, they either think it's hilarious or it is hilarious.
yeah.
Memorable moment though, like I would say just this past spring season, our team ended up winning the Champions Cup of Canada. And it
Cool.
was like, yeah, it was definitely a battle of a tournament. And just being able to see like the camaraderie of the boys come together and all levels. Like we had everyone from kids that had made AAA that are playing AAA this fall to AA to single A and even some kids that will be playing either house league or roster select. So
Mhm.
to be able to see them all come together and like know that they can rely on each other, know like what each other is capable of, and just being able to like really like mesh well together, it was really awesome to see. So when the season came to an end, all the kids were like, "Does this have to?" end?" I was like, "Listen, boys, we can do this all again next year."
Yeah, that's so exciting when they don't want it to end, right? Because sometimes you get to the end of a season, and you're like, "I'm done. I'm done. I don't wanna see any of y'all." Like,
I
September, you're like, "I'm out."
I've had a season like that before. I've definitely had a season like that.
But by August, you're like, "Okay, when's hockey starting?"
Oh, yeah, like, our leaves are just starting to turn here, and we're
Yeah,
getting a little bit colder, and I'm like, "Tick tock clock, let's go. It's hockey
yeah,
season." Like,
yeah.
I'm ready.
I mean, everything's pretty green in BC right now, but I'm ready. Like, I'm wearing sweatpants right now because 'cause I'm prepared for I
For
need some
the
hockey.
winter, it's coming, it's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, I know. It's like 29 degrees, but it's coming.
This is the worst time in hockey season, though, because you've got that transition from the car to the
Yeah,
rink, and
yeah,
it's like it's hot, so
yeah,
you are wearing shorts all day, but
yeah,
then you've got your travel hockey mom clothes in the back where you know that you're going into the rink and you've got your sweater and your
you're hot.
blanket and your and your track pants and everything that you need, but you
Yeah,
look like that awkward person then sometimes when you forget to take the stuff off and then you go into the grocery store and people are looking at you like, "Why are you wearing a sweater and track pants?" "Sorry,
yeah.
forgot."
I am the awkward mom, like, I literally have a wearable sleeping bag now, and it's got the
Oh,
armholes so that, it's meant for camping, legit, like, but the bottom unzips, and it's got armholes so kids can play on their screen, but it's adult size, and I look like the kids have been calling me a caterpillar, and I'm totally fine with it. I love it, and it keeps me warm, and I can zip up my feet, like, take off my shoes and zip up my feet when I'm in the stands, and then just, unzip it and throw my shoes back on.
you need the link for that.
Yes. I think I just got it on Amazon because Amazon's great for everything.
I know. I know. Like, definitely as a hockey mom, I love those, like, heated seat pads.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
They're so good too.
I've got the little heated, USB hand chargers. You just have to
Mhm.
remember to not pack them in your suitcase because they'll throw them out because 'cause they're like, lithium, so you have
Yep.
to have them in your purse or whatever. Not that I've had it happen, but I know a girl who has. I know another mom, but they're great. They're, like, stay nice and warm, and you can just, like, rather than all the disposable ones for, like, skiing that you just stick to your
Yes.
hand instead.
Oh, yeah. My daughter loves those ones, though. There's one
Yeah,
of the moms on our team, and
yeah.
she always has them, and my daughter will be like, "Hey, you got any of those hot pads?"
My
Like, "Yep,
husband
here you go."
always has them because he gets them in his stocking. So, like, every now and he forgets he has them, and then he'll have, like, 30 packs. So he'll break them out in spring or something, and then we're all just sitting here with them stuck to our socks and everything. Yeah, yeah, we digress, I know.
The small things that make us happy.
I know, being warm in a rink is
Mhm.
about where it's at, and finding your way to be comfortable and warm is fine, and I tell my kids it's kind of my job and my right to embarrass them. I've earned it, so I don't care if I embarrass them.
I think that's fair. Honestly, I think it's fair.
They put us through hell to come into this world, and then we have to, raise them, so mic drop. That's what I got. It's
I think we'll just leave it at that.
I mean, that says it all.
Absolutely.
So, team manager role, how did you get into that?
Well, that one I kind of fell into accidentally. So last spring season, it was pretty much like, hey, you're really good at keeping everything together and organized. We don't have a manager for the spring team. Like, would that be something you'd want to do? And I was like, sure, why not? Like,
Yeah,
just add it to my list of things to do. But
yeah, it's fine.
it honestly, it was very enjoyable. I learned a lot. And I have been a part of teams previously with amazing team managers that I've worked very closely with. So I was able to like learn so much from them,
Yeah,
but it was just pretty much fluid.
that's good because I've honestly never heard anybody say it was enjoyable before, and I think I'm gonna have to mark this down on my calendar somewhere.
Maybe I'm just, it's probably a little touch of the crazy. That's what it is.
And that is fine, like, I'm all for spreadsheets, I like
Mhm.
checklists, I don't like people complaining to me, so those 2 don't go together.
The one role I think I've never really had in like the hockey world
Yeah.
is parent rep.
Oh, okay.
Never had it, don't want it, don't ask
Yeah.
me, don't even I just no,
What's
just leave
that?
it.
What's
So
that? Yeah.
in our league, I guess
Yeah.
I think it's yeah, pretty much league wide. Each team has a parent rep. So if there's any issues or things that need to be discussed or conversations that you want to have with the coach or anything like that, like you go to the parent rep to,
So here
to
that's the manager.
oh not here. No.
Which is why I can say that I've never had anyone say it's enjoyable.
Yes,
Because
that's
it's all this
exactly
stuff
that.
together, and then if anyone has a problem, they have to go through the manager before like, you can't go to the coach. So everything has to go through the manager, then to the coach kinda thing.
So ours go through after 24 hours,
Yeah,
then it goes through the parent rep and then to the coach.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like split roles, which is kind of nice
Mhm.
because the manager does enough as it is. Trying to
Correct.
deal with the rest. But I can see now why it would be a lot more enjoyable because there's none of the parent complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I look at like the parent rep is like a mediator.
yeah, 100%.
They're like the lawyer, the mediator
Yeah,
of the
that's not
team.
me. I would probably tell everybody to give them a tug and just let it go. So,
Here.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, you need a 72-hour rule.
That's a
And
good that might be a good idea too.
I'd have to tell myself that also. Yeah, I'd be fighting words with myself often, like, none of this would go well. Yeah, so,
No, I agree with you.
yeah, yeah, I'm just not allowed to talk now, I just keep them to myself and
Mm,
talk on a podcast with no names named. That is
yes.
how we cope.
That's that's your venting session.
Yeah, that's my venting session, yeah.
Love it.
So we've got your coaching, we've got your manager, fundraising coordinator. That is also something I'd rather stab my eye with a screwdriver with, also.
That's the best. Well, I've been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah.
So, honestly, like, not even 3 years. Before that, I was the fundraising coordinator for my son's whole school.
Oh, geez. So you were
So,
well
like,
primed.
I was well primed. This is now just a walk in the park. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy, I got this."
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, first year, I was like, "Okay, how much is too much? When is enough? When do I stop doing stuff? When do I stop asking? Am I bothering people?" You
Yeah.
know, you gotta really you have to be really good with interpersonal skills. You
Mhm.
really have to know how to read a room.
Yeah.
That's because sometimes you can just shove your foot in your mouth and then you're just stuck there and you're like,
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Alex Caggiatani
And Paul Richmond.
from the Education News Comedy Quiz podcast called Some of the Above.
Each month, Alex and I invite you to play along with two special guest contestants from the world of education as we ask questions about the latest school news.
If you want to laugh while you learn and learn while you laugh, this is the show for you.
So listen to the Education News Comedy Quiz now, because truly, this podcast will change your life.
You'll sleep better, your food will taste better, and you'll probably get promoted at work.
"Hey, I I learned my lessons year 1,
That's good.
and then year 2 I was like, okay, this is better. This is better." Now it's like smooth
Yeah.
sailing. I find you really have to know what works and what doesn't. Tried, tested, and proven. Obviously, the stuff that you've done in the past and it's been good, stick with it. Stuff
Yeah.
that doesn't work, move on.
Yeah. I mean, I have done some like tournament fundraising stuff before. I was good at getting people to give me the money, and then the counterpart I had was good at like finding the ways to spend the money, like for cool swag stuff, but it didn't leave a lot left over for the teams to have to buy. So it's a lot of work, like in trying to balance that, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
I
we've got like a budget every
Mhm.
year that we put together of everything that we feel that the team needs to be able to succeed. And then from there, it's like, all right, Brandy, the coach comes to me and he says, this is how much we need to make. Go have fun.
You're
So
like, "All right, so I still have 1 kidney. I haven't quite started an OF page, but I'm thinking about it. My toes are quite nice."
yeah, it's funny because there's a lot of memes that go around at the beginning of hockey season that moms like to push out there. And it's like, when hockey fees are due, I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs.
Yeah, there will be signs, and it might be an advert for my OF page
Yeah.
or selling organs. Like, these are the things.
One extreme or the next. We don't know what's going to happen.
And you never know which mom is serious, you know? And no judgment. I have 0 judgment. You do what you gotta do to get the
I
sports team fees paid.
that's my thing. I'm like, I don't care
Yeah.
how it happens. Whatever you got to do to let little Johnny or little Jane do the things that they love, as long as the kids are happy and healthy, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm just always like, I'm just trying to raise really good people,
Yeah,
like
right? Good
really
humans.
future great adults.
I
That's it.
I just want them to, like, not just succeed, but, like, maybe thrive as
Yeah.
humans. I
Yeah.
want know that they can do their own laundry and mine and the dishes.
Take care of me when I'm old.
Yes, yes. I
Cook
always
for
say,
me.
"Don't my retirement plan," like, when my son's outside playing, and it's not because I expect him to go pro, it's because one day he has to pay for me to do stuff because all my money is
Yeah.
sunk into my children now that they are my retirement plan in whatever capacity that is. Like,
Yes, they are our little investments.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not, and this is the thing, like, there's so many hockey parents that are like, little Johnny's going pro. I'm putting all my money and all my eggs in one basket. And it's like, I just want my kid to grow up, be a good human,
Mhm.
be able to take all of these traits that we're learning from the hockey world,
Yeah.
from organized sports, the discipline, the teamwork, all of the good stuff, and just use that in his future endeavors. Like,
Apply it in the real world with your robot because that's where they'll be when you get to use it.
that's probably tell your robot all
Yeah.
of these traits that you learned so then you can help the robot be a good person.
A robot to remind you to thank your parents and not put you in a home too early.
Yes. Oh my goodness. My sister was here yesterday. And so she's talking to the kids and she's like, you guys are going to be really good to Aunt Mimi when I'm old, right? And she doesn't have any children. And they're like, yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll wheel you around in your wheelchair, Aunt Mimi. She's like, but can you please bring me candy and all the great stuff that I need, like wine? And of course, my daughter's like, okay. Like, she has no idea.
Of
She's like,
course, I'll bring you wine
course, Aunt Mimi, whatever you need, I'll take care of you when you're old. It's investments everywhere.
everywhere.
It's just,
Oh, my aunt says that to us, but now she's saying it to my kids. I'm like, whoa, they got to take care of me too, okay? Like, let's not make the plate too full.
oh my goodness, I love it.
Yeah, shit's expensive, all right? Like, yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Totally is.
Billet coordinator. Please tell me how in God's green earth you managed to be a billet coordinator for a junior team when your oldest is not on a junior team.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
So, rewind 3 years.
Everything happened 3 years ago.
Rewind 3 years.
Jeez. Were you bored 3 years
I
ago?
know. Yes. In my new hockey mom era of life.
I get this job. I get this job. I give it to me, all of it. Give me all the jobs.
Yeah. Yes. It's like, you know, Simba and his dad when he's like, you see all this land? Everything in here belongs to you. It's like, see all these jobs and all
They're
these
all yours.
tasks? They're all yours.
You're a hockey mom and you get this. And they live
Oh, as far
and
as
they
you can
were
see. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, it might have even been 4 years ago. I can't remember. It was
a
I
blur.
got I got kind of upset that that my son didn't make a team, and I was like, this is never going to happen again. I'm going to make sure that he has everything that he needs to be prepared.
Yeah.
It's like I need to make sure that he's, you know, got his crew. So I decided that I was going to put together a 6:30 in the morning every Wednesday, early morning goal getters ice group.
Yep.
And these kids ranged from kids that could not skate to, 12-year-olds who were playing AAA. It was just like a mixture of kids, but we kind of broke them up into groups and had them, doing different stations as to their capabilities or pushing them to be better. From there, I also brought on one of my buddies that I was like, okay, you're the genius with all the hockey knowledge, with all the stuff. You need to do all these sessions. And he's like, okay, great. So
Yeah.
we did it together. Fast forward 3-4 years, he decides that he's going to buy a junior hockey team. And he approaches me and says, you are very well connected within our community. I think you would be a really great billet coordinator. I'm like, excuse me, does it say crazy on my forehead? He's like, no, I honestly just want you to think of it, let it marinate, get back to me in 24 hours with your thoughts, feelings, and concerns. So I said, all right. So I brought it home, chatted with my husband, did some Googling, talked to my dad and my brother, because of course, been there, done that.
Yeah.
And then they all had very positive feedback. And my husband was like, well, we are a hockey family. You know the insides and out of everything that you need to help a hockey player be successful. Why don't you just do it? Do it for 1 year. And if you don't like it, just quit. And I was like,
Husband's fault.
well, no,
I'm just
I can't say that because he'll be like, nah, honey. No.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Family life doesn't come with a manual, but it should come with the brief. I'm Mike Cater, family and matrimonial lawyer. And on the brief, I tackle the questions and concerns that keep families up at night. Everything from custody battles and co-parenting to managing finances, mental health, and more. With years in the courtroom, I've seen it all. And I'm here to share lessons, strategies, and stories that can help you navigate the toughest situations. Whether you're a parent, partner, or just someone who wants to expand your knowledge, join me each week on The Brief. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts, and let's find solutions together.
Don't you say that. It was me, really, I have a good, persuasion side to me. I kind of, I did. I juiced it up a little bit. And so he was like, okay, yep, sure. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Well, I loved it. And I was like, I felt like this was really, my calling. I look at myself as, I'm like the hockey matchmaker.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, I get all my players to fill out questionnaires. They fill them out. I get my billet parents to fill out a questionnaire, find out what they want, find out kind of what the child is looking for in the sense of home. Does he want to live with kids? Any allergies to pets, foods? Does he drive? All the things. Go to school, online school. I just want to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find the perfect family for them. Last year, everything was seamless. Everybody had perfect homes. I feel like every billet really loved the experience that they had. Majority of them are back. The ones that aren't back is because there's been different, somebody had a baby, different arrangements of work. There's just life stuff that hasn't been able to let it happen. But right before I jumped on here with you, I was on a call with a player and a potential billet family, matching and just figuring out if it would be a good fit. So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty cool. There's my favorite billet story, I guess you would have to say. There's this kid and he fills out this questionnaire and I'm like, okay, cool. You're a goalie, awesome. And there's this family and I'm like, okay, I think you guys would be a really good match. So I get them on this Zoom call and we're chatting. We're talking about, where are you from and blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, the goalie's mom and the Billet mom are from the same hometown.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, "What? That's crazy." "Yeah, I grew up on so and so street." "Oh my goodness, so did I."
No way.
"Yep." "Who's your mother?" "Blah, blah, blah." "No way. Me and your mom were friends in high school."
Oh my gosh.
It's like, what? Like, you can't make that up.
So cool.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it's moments like that that I'm like, man, this is awesome. And then of course, like when your kids go on and like do bigger things and better things, like that's super special. Like my last year I was very fortunate. We kind of like used our house, like we had a full-time kid at all times, but we used our secondary bedroom as like a drop-in. So like if we had a trade or somebody came in late to the season, they would like land with me, get settled, and then I would find them a billet home.
Yeah.
So I had 7 kids throughout the season come kind of in and out, and it's just kind of incredible to see like the relationships that your kids build, your family build, like you spend holidays with these kids and being able to watch them, grow and move on to other teams and use hockey as a platform for them to be able to get a better education. And, you know, one of my first billet sons is, taking a pre-med course. So like he may
Cool.
one day save my life. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like one of the things, like you never know where you're going to reconnect with these people, or y-
Mhm.
it's the relationships for sure that you have for the rest of your life. Like my first billet son, me and his mom became really close. And now anytime we go away for hockey tournaments and we're, you know, close to Toronto, we stay with her
Yeah.
instead of,
Yeah.
staying at the hotel because, hey, why wouldn't I want to spend time with
Yeah.
my friend if I'm in her area, right? So, yeah, it's just awesome.
It's super rewarding. Like, I know
Mhm.
for us, we took on a junior B billet, probably my son was like 7, so like nearly 10 years ago, and it was awful. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we had the worst scenario. Like, yep, I won't go into too many details, but it was bad. Man, I've always heard such amazing things about billet families and stuff, and so maybe we'll try building for the house, like not house, like the high school team. Because honestly, we wanted our kids to like have a good experience. We're like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna end on a bad experience. We can't let
No,
it be a one and done scenario. Because I mean, most people probably would have given up after that.
I think I think that was like a one-off. Like you probably just got like you got a dud.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, like, my dog he let my dog out, and instead of trying to get the dog back in, he decided to chase it in his vehicle, which I don't know why that was a good idea, but it was lost for 26 hours, and, like, it was yeah, like, left a mess and urinated out of the basement windows and chewing tobacco, like, cups spilt all over my carpet and, like, just all the things just gone, like, just not great,
Just like
right?
the worst experience.
Yeah,
So every bad experience that anybody's ever had, like
all
rolled
combined.
into one combined.
Yeah, all combined into one, like, we
Terrible.
went on vacation, and he was supposed to stay with the billet coordinator, and he somehow told her that that had changed and made a fake key and stayed in my house while we were in Mexico, and, like, money went missing, medication went like, all the things you're like, "Oh my god, this is an awful scenario, why would we ever volunteer ourselves again?" Well, randomly, I guess, we have, like, faith in people for some strange reason, and we did it again. With like a grade 11 or a grade 12 boy, and it was by far the most amazing experience, and we loved it. My kids loved it, and like we gave him nicknames, they made signs
Yeah.
to go to his game, like, and it was just so much more fun, and my husband and I were both like, "Thank goodness we chose to do it again," because otherwise that would have been the narrative that we had for billets, and
Yeah.
it would have been and I know that that's not the case, like, I know that that's not the usual, so
That's
we
not the norm.
no, and I was like, "We have to redeem this for ourselves because 'cause we're
Yeah.
not happy with this story, and we're a hockey
Yeah.
family, this can't be it." Like,
Yeah,
so
see
I'm
that
glad
that wouldn't fly. That wouldn't fly with Billet Mom Brandy. Like I have complete open communication with every
yeah,
single one of the kids, every single Billet family. If there's an issue, I know about it
yeah.
like instantly it gets dealt with and it's done and over with. There's no craziness.
No, that's great though, right? Like, I mean, we also didn't want to be a problem and weren't sure what to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
probably could have done a lot of different things, but, and then same when my son started his first year U17, we took on one of the other team players and had a goalie. Goalies are weird,
Oh,
yeah, but
fun.
we love them. So we had a goalie for that as well. And then this past season, my son was a billet. So, like, yeah, you get to see all the different aspects and it is cool. They are a part of your life. You're
We had
like,
a goalie last year too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love,
He was not the typical goalie though.
no,
No, he was extremely chitty chatty and like very like social. And normally like goalies are like more reserved, kind of in their own head, like
yeah.
have
They're
game day routines.
They have, like, little niche things about them. They all have something that's a little odd about them, but we've had some good talkers, but they're all just have, like, little quirks. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. This kid you wouldn't have even been able to tell he was a goalie. Yeah.
There you go. He'd,
Yeah.
like, get puck shot at his head, but still,
And right there, that just tells you, hello, I'm a weirdo.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
But every team needs a goalie or two, so we love them
yeah,
dearly.
can't play hockey without them, so,
Nope.
now how do you balance all of these things?
Well, other than being crazy, no.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my balance. I eat, sleep, live, breathe by a calendar. Like I'm old school. Like I've got my own personal like agenda that I write in, so I know where I need to be.
Yeah.
Having a shared calendar with my husband is amazing because then he knows where he has to be.
Yeah, that's
And
super
but
helpful.
even still, sometimes he'll call me and just be like, "Can you just tell me where I gotta go? Like, what do I gotta do? Who do I gotta pick up and where do they have to be?
You gotta
And at
open
what time?"
you gotta open
Yeah,
the calendar app
yeah.
and
It
just read it.
and just read it. I love meal prepping. That's a huge thing in our life. If it wasn't for meal prepping, like obviously my kids wouldn't eat, but I always make sure that I take some time out for meal prepping. If
Mhm.
I know like eek, I ain't got the time to do any meal prepping this week. I am one of those like I'll have the food boxes
Mhm.
with all the ingredients delivered to my house. So
Nothing
it's
wrong
just
with
like
that.
a one-stop shop and away I go. But I usually like to like plan out my meals, get everything I need, Saturday night or even a Sunday morning. I'm like making some stuff up, or even like on a Wednesday night, Thursday, just depends.
Yeah.
It's on the hockey schedule, but you have to be prepared at all times
Yeah.
for anything and everything.
We're like a fly by the seat of our pants family, which explains our takeout bills sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But I also don't do the cooking, my husband does, so that is helpful, but we'll eat at, like, 8 or 9 o'clock at night sometimes, so there's that, but it just depends, so
Yeah, my kids, they get home from school
yeah.
and they're savages. Like if food is not ready to go
Mhm.
by 5:30, like they're like rummaging through the snack cupboards and like I'm just like, "Guys, please give me 5 minutes." But
Yeah, yeah.
the one thing that I was like a lifesaver last season, all my billet kids, they would come over and like I had a snack bar. So it's like I don't know, it's like this big and it just has all these different compartments in it and you can like put all these different snacks. They loved it. It was
Yeah,
great.
that's awesome.
I only made sure there was healthy snacks in it though. Nothing like sugary
Yeah,
grossness, stuff that's going to fuel your body, all the good stuff.
yeah,
So it put my own kids into a better routine of if I need a snack, I'm going to the snack bar. I'm not going to the pantry where all the
junk is or the
treats for
great.
schools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For sure, I know. Well, mine are a little older than yours now too, other than your oldest, so mine will just start making, like, a full meal, like, because my son's trying to get all the protein, so he'll be making,
Oh,
like, chicken breast or 2 at, like, noon, or my daughter made pancakes every day for breakfast this summer, like, for a week straight. I was like, "Oh, thanks." She's like, "I left you pancakes." I'm like, "Yeah, you did."
I love that. My oldest is also, like, on this big health kick and gotta get those gains, right? Building those muscles and working out every day and driving me crazy with, "Mom, how many grams of protein are in this?" And
Yeah.
creatine and all the good supplements. I'm like, "I'm so happy that you are taking care of yourself, but still asking me the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please Google it." I'm pretty sure there is an app that you
There
can
are.
probably just scan that
Yeah.
barcode and it will tell you all the things that you need to know.
There is. There is. It's like, yeah, there's like a million of them, but
There
my
you go.
son now just asks ChatGPT.
There you go. Makes sense.
So he'll just be like, how many grams of protein are in this? Because he's only worried about protein now, right? So he's like, got to get certain amount of grams for his weight and his height because he's trying to get bigger. And he's like 6. So it's got to get the,
'Cause he needs to get taller.
yeah, he's got to put the pounds on, the muscle on as a defense
Yeah.
when you're that tall, right? So they've got their, so my daughter and my son have a little notebook and they're writing it down. They've got their scale so that they can get in all the protein because it's a lot harder than you think once you
Yep.
actually try and get the protein in. I know I'm not doing it.
No, I know, and they have to, like, eat what is it? The amount of
A gram
weight
of,
they are in kilograms, it's the pound per protein. I'm like,
yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know how you consume that much.
it's like a gram per pound or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm not a mathematician, so I'm leaving.
I leave all the fitness stuff to my husband. He knows all the macros and the this and that, and I'm like, "Okay, just what are you feeding me for dinner?"
Let me just grab a spoon of peanut butter and talk about that with you.
That is exactly the perfect amount of protein for me. Thank you.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
No. But obviously we know like nutrition is a huge thing with athletes,
yeah,
right? Like if you're not fueling your body properly, you're not getting out the most that you possibly can within your
yeah,
performance. So,
yeah. They're not going to give that 110% of their best if they're sluggish. Like it's totally
yeah.
true. Like if they're not sleeping, if they're not eating, and they're not hydrating, they're not going to give you the best performance.
Nope.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
nobody
it.
anything if they're feeling crappy.
And that the biggest thing too is sleep. Like these
Sleep.
kids don't understand like they're all like I'm young, I can just like bounce back from anything and it's like
Yeah.
no, if you're not giving yourself time to recover.
Hmm.
So yes, you're giving the right fuel to your body, but if you're not actually giving your body the time to recover with the adequate amount of sleep,
Yeah.
you're just operating out of a deficit because like some of these kids are getting up like I know my son, like for a 6 a.m. ice time, like sometimes we're up at 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
right? Like having just, a small little bite to eat, nothing big, maybe like a protein bar, banana, hydrating before we get on the ice, and then kind of going. So like being up at 5 a.m., that's big time. And like it's crazy, but like we've been doing this since he's been 6.
I know, right? You just it's normal now, and you don't
Yeah.
even think about it. Like, my daughter, I'm taking them to camp this weekend, are sleeping in, like, an hour later than when they did with their dad, and, like, because he has to go to work earlier or whatever, my daughter's like, "I couldn't sleep in. I got up at 5 a.m. My body, it just doesn't know how to sleep that extra hour. It's allowed." And I'm like, "Damn, you're 13 and you can't sleep past 5:20. You've been doing it for so long."
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
body gets into the routine, which is
Yeah.
great though. Like it's
Yeah.
great for these athletes. Like,
Mhm.
there's that 5 a.m. club. They always talk about these people that like getting up that extra hour before everybody and putting
Mhm.
those gains in that, you know, while people are sleeping, you're
Yeah.
making gains, right?
Yeah.
It's like that
Oh,
crazy Yammer Yager.
yeah.
He used to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and go skate like 100 suicides and then go back to bed.
Marky Mark is up at 4 a.m. every day working out. Like, Mark Wahlberg is like 4 a.m. every day, but I don't know what time he goes to bed. I know my daughter puts herself to bed because she's so, like, she's tired. So I don't
Yeah.
even know she's in bed. I'm like, "Oh, did she go to bed? Oh, she's in bed. Okay, good night." So yeah, she puts herself to bed because she knows she's tired because she's going to be up at 5:20. So that
Yeah.
part works out for the schedule. Yeah. Yeah. You get there.
These kids.
Slowly, I know, it's some good habits, I didn't even know we were making them, and they just slowly happened, right? So out of all the hats that you wear, which I don't know, you must have a special shelf for all these hats, what are your most memorable or favorite stories from any of the different roles? Like, I know you said that good one about the billet in the same street. That's really special. But any other memorable ones that you've got from all the hats?
I think just like the overall like gratitude that is shown from parents, like the end of the season when they're or Christmas time and they're like thanking you and hugging you for like everything that you're doing for the team and all the energy that you're kind of pouring into making sure that not only my son's having a successful season, but like 16 other players and coaching staff and trainers and the parents and the grandparents. Our team is like a whole family, right? So like we're going away for tournaments. There's grandparents that are with us and all that kind of stuff. So just them for me, like just saying like thank you. Like thanks for all that you do. That is like that means the world to me because it's really hard to thank somebody as
Yeah,
weird as that sounds, we all try very hard to, show gratitude and be nice to people every day, but a lot of people don't understand like how much back work goes into being a manager, a fundraising coordinator, a billet coordinator, a billet parent,
yeah,
even just like a hockey parent in general. Just knowing that they appreciate what I'm doing for them and what I'm doing for the kids and the growth of hockey itself because it does take a community, right?
it really does. Yeah.
Yeah, and being able to reach out to people and ask for help, like, "Hey, I'm the fundraising coordinator for XYZ team.
Yeah.
Just wanting to know if your business is looking, to slap their logo on some practice jerseys for this season. This is the amount of money we need." And some people say, really sorry, like we're at the max for our fundraising this year." Or some people are like, "Hey, absolutely, we're totally in." But it's always something that you're working on because there is always something that needs to be paid for.
I know. And I always find that it's good to try a role because then you appreciate everyone else that's doing something that much more. And I've always found that people who thanked you have done a role or volunteered in something before, and they really get how much it takes, right?
Yeah.
Even the grandparents that I've had thank yous from before, you're like, they were a parent that have been in the sport and they will share a story with you too. They're like, I used to be on my association board before. And you're like, you totally get it, like, oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's hilarious that you say that though, because we just did our biggest fundraiser that we do for the year. And I always like to do a golf tournament
Oh,
because it's the most amount of people. It's one day. You can try and attempt to raise as much money as you possibly can. But there was a gentleman that was at the tournament that like approached me and was like, would you like to join the XYZ club? Because you're really good at this. I was like, God, please, I can't. I
my
have no more space on my shelf.
dock is full, it's so full.
It's so full right now. We're rolling into hockey season. Maybe
Yeah,
talk to me in the spring.
yeah, aw, that's sweet. It's nice when people recognize that you're working hard, but at the same time, you're like, "Nope, I'm practicing the word no."
Yeah. That's what my husband said. He's always like, Why do you not just say no?
Yeah.
You're allowed to say no." I'm like, "It's fine. I got this."
Yeah. No, my
Like,
husband preemptively will say no for like the last couple seasons, and now he knows I'm just not doing more, so we're good. But he'd be like, "No, no, I have no problem saying no for you." Like, no. So yeah, you get there eventually.
you totally do.
Yeah.
As of right now, I'm the yes mom.
Perfect.
I'm the hockey yes mom right now.
Yeah.
Let's revisit this in 3 years.
We'll do a follow-up
Yeah.
episode. You're like, "All I do is say no." No, I'm just kidding.
My advice to you is just say no.
Yeah, never start. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Don't
kidding.
do it.
Everybody needs to try it.
No, everybody does because, like you said, you get to know, like, okay, this is how much work everybody puts in, or,
You have way more appreciation for what goes
yes,
into something when you've tried it, and I don't think you have the right to complain. It's the same as voting. If you're not
yes,
gonna vote, you need to sit your ass down and shut up about politics, because
yep,
if you're not putting in your vote that matters, you don't get to talk. So the same should be in associations. Be like, who here has ever done a roll? No? Put your hand down and shut the fuck up. You no longer have an opinion here until you've taken on a role. So that's what it would look like if I ran an association. So it's probably why I don't run one.
But I think you may do a better job than some people that do run them. So
Well, it's
there's
just
that.
it's like fair, right? Like you'll get the same 6 families that show up to every fundraising event and then no one else does. And you're like, well, essentially these families have done all the work.
Mhm.
But some of the other families, I'm like, I'll just give you a check because I don't have the time or the mental capacity, or I've done it with my 5 other children and I'm not doing it anymore.
And that's okay. So we have check families,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, this is the minimum. Okay, so let's say you're doing a raffle. Well, here's the amount of tickets that you have to sell, or you don't have to sell any, and we can just write all your name on these tickets, but you just have to write a check for this amount. And then there is some parents that are like, yeah, hey, absolutely. And then there's other parents that are like, no, I actually enjoy like the connections. Other family members love supporting their their grandkids, their cousins, whatever it may be. And the biggest thing is you just have to ask. Like a lot of people are afraid, what about if they say no? What about if they don't want, then who cares? Then they say no. It doesn't matter.
Hey, oh, are you in that much worse of a position than you were 30 seconds ago?
No.
No.
But they might say yes, and they may buy all your raffle tickets, and then you're done. Like, you never know.
That is definitely something that comes with age, right? Like you're more and more afraid to ask for something when you're younger, but the older you get, the less fucks you give. So the more you're willing to just be like, what have I got to lose? Who do I care if I piss off? Like, whatever.
I know. I'm like, and that's like, if actually I was talking about that with one of my coworkers today. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm somebody that like, I care about my reputation. I care about doing a good job. I care about making sure that everything I do is done well. Like,
Mm.
I always say, like, I don't do anything half-assed. It's full-assed or not at all. But, but I also don't give a what people think about me. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, 0
if
fucks.
you are bugging me and if you are hating me, you are leaving somebody else alone. And I am totally okay with that.
Exactly. Like, really, what somebody else thinks of me is actually none of my business. Like,
No,
that's fine.
someone else's opinion, it doesn't matter to me. It's like I'm doing the best that I possibly can in my life and helping as much as I can with the
Yeah,
surroundings that I can. And that's all that matters.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you just want the best for your kids, and that's A-okay, right?
And the surrounding friends.
And the surrounding friends, the village of
Yeah.
friends. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the family
Because
that you
it's no fun being at the top if you don't bring people along with you.
absolutely not. It's lonely.
Yep.
And you'll get tired pretty quick of
Yep.
those 4 people.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming on this week. I really appreciate
Oh my
it.
goodness. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. I can link your social media in the show notes as well so people know where to find you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, thanks again for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for having me. And I wish everybody luck in their amazing hockey journey. Feel free to reach out if you need any hockey mom advice.
The multi-hat wearing advice.
Thanks for joining us this week on Pucked Up Hockey Moms. We seriously appreciate you listening, laughing, and surviving the hockey mom life right alongside us. Whether you're in the stands, stuck in carpool, or hiding in the rink bathroom for 5 minutes apiece, we see you and we're right there with you. This episode was proudly brought to you by AAA Hockey Recruiting, your go-to for player development, showcases, and getting noticed at the next level. Whether you're aiming for junior, prep, or NCAA, they've got the tools, the know-how, and the hookup. Check them out at AAAHockeyRecruiting.com and tell them the Bad Mom Squad sent you. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and stay a little bit pucked up.